But you're the newest kid on the block in season 4 and snatched away.
Big in, big out.
Yeah. What was it like? Had you seen the show before you started?
I had seen every episode, so coming in, felt like I knew more about the show than everyone on the show.
That's true. What was your first day? What was the first scene you had to shoot?
A 6-page scene with Peter Dinklage.
Oh,
and a monologue and stuff like that.
So when you're telling the story of meeting Tyrion as a baby.
Meeting him and seeing him as a baby, and like
that's
becoming
a lot of
his
text.
and becoming his ally and telling him that I would fight for him.
I will be your champion.
When did you find out you were going to die? How did you find out? And I mean, with you, it was probably kind of part of the whole pitch, right?
Yeah, I knew before I got the part. And there was constant talk about how it was going to happen and how disgusting and horrifying it was going to be and how it would compete for one of the most disgusting deaths in Game of Thrones, which is saying a lot.
Yes, it's true.
Right? If I were to make the top 3, then that's just pretty horrible. I'll never die that badly again for the rest of my life.
I think you most certainly have made the top 3.
High.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If not the
it would,
top.
right?
Yes.
Until you see it, it's disgusting.
It really is.
I'm fighting a 6'8", 420-pound.
He was 6'8".
He was 6'8",
he was
420 pounds, and his sword was like my height. From like from the handle up to it was my height, and he'd like wield this thing around, and I have my little spear that I'm helicoptering around. It's like trying to move in like tight leather armor, I'd like finally like learned how to. I'm like, look, I can make that woo 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 noise. And then they put on this tight like leather armor, and I'm like, it's gone. I can't do it anymore.
And could you talk a little bit, since we're on it, talk a little bit about the process of smashing your head?
They shot my head being completely split open, the blood and everything like that. And then there was a final shot, and they put all of this prosthetic, like goopy, disgusting brain chunks, little bone marrow, and then like just pumped the blood so that but it was all very cool. Like the temperature of it was completely cool, So they're like, this is gonna be really uncomfortable. You're gonna feel a lot of pressure, and you're not gonna, but it's okay. We're gonna have like breathing and I was passed out. I was like, completely out.
What was your last day on set like? What was
My
the
last
scene?
day was like staring out at the Adriatic Sea with Lena Headey.
The scene in episode 5 with the walk and talk.
Yeah, the walk and talk. It was a bit righteous and selfish of me, but I got out of costume and I jumped into the water while everyone else was like, "Fuck you, dude," because they had to keep working, and it was really warm and the water was just begging to be jumped into. It was just like crystal blue and perfect day, and we were on this kind of like pier, and so I had this like really, really long running start where I just got to sprint towards the water and then just like, dive in, and I'm like, you're like a fish, wee, wee, and they're all like, you fucking asshole.
Thank God he's dead.
Thank God he's dead. And you washed yourself clean of Oberyn Martell.
Yeah, and then I literally got into a van and went to the airport with Lena.
Oh, wow.
With your new best friend.
With my BFF.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe talk about Oberyn first a little bit, just, the experience of that character in the story.
Well, he's such a badass. It was an intimidating experience playing somebody who lives purely through his passions, who is completely uncompromising. He does what he wants, when he wants, and it was a little bit of fun to do, and I had the time of my life.